Initially, when I started, there was a time when I drive, I see someone I know, I would clear someone.
In Lagos, transportation keeps the people moving. But the people doing the work are rarely understood.
You told me that you studied accounting. So what really made you to dive into Keke business?
Interview, and the jobs that I've been interviewed for was not worth it. Sometimes the distance, and when you look at the distance, the transportation on it,
Okay.
before you now look at what left for you, it becomes a challenge. And by then I've become a family man.
Will you say that Keke riding is still profitable in 2025?
In this 2025, it's profitable, but not assertive. They are giving a Keke now, let me not exaggerate, 6.5 to 7 million.
Like how much are they expecting to be delivered on a daily basis when you give out your Keke for 7 points, or let's say 6.8?
On this episode of Moonword Mobility Series, I sat down with Mr. William, an experienced Keke NAPEP driver doing well for himself. We talked about higher purchase, daily income, road rules, the pressure rider faces, and why transportation workers are being misunderstood. This is not noise, this is straight explain. A new year, a new series on how Lagos really moves. Welcome to Moonword Mobility Series.
Mr. William, how long have you been riding Keke in Lagos?
I've been riding Keke over 6 years now, so let's say going to 7 years.
What really made you to, choose that, okay, this is what I want to do? Because, you told me that you studied accounting. So what really made you to dive into Keke business?
It's not as if maybe applying to the ideas, but when we interview, and the jobs that I've been interviewed for was not worth it. Sometimes the distance, and when you look at the distance, the transportation on it,
okay,
before you now look at what left for you, it becomes a challenge. And by then I've become a family man, so I had to look into it. Though it was, let's say I was being persuaded by my wife.
Okay.
So why not try something like this?
Okay.
I said, how will I? As a man. But later on, I just came to it.
There's this thing, what you said something now, like, why should I go into Keke business? You were thinking maybe people will misjudge you, right?
Thank you.
And people will feel like, this man, he goes school now, why go to do Keke? And they don't know that people are making a lot of money, isn't it, from it?
A lot of money.
How does a normal day looks like for you as a Keke? When everything is going on, how does a normal day looks for you?
Well, on a good normal day in transportation itself, if it goes well with you, you go home smiling.
Definitely smiling.
Go smiling. But on the other hand, it looks frustrating, and you were like, what kind of job is this?
Because I'm trying to understand something now. There are some certain people out there, maybe they have money. Yeah, some people really want to go into this transportation business, Keke NAPEP, you understand. But they are trying to understand, how do you navigate your way, you understand? The Togri, the police, all those things. Tell me about it. How do you do it?
Life itself is full of principle.
Definitely, yeah.
And I'm a man of principle with integrity. And whatever thing I know, I won't eat. I don't take to the nose to perceive. So once I know I want to go out for work, which is our business now, the one primary thing is for you to have your ticket.
Okay.
It might be as cheap, but it can take you to the wrong place. So by so doing, when I want to work, I come out fully. And the do's and the don'ts, I ensure that I abide by those rules. So will I say I've not had any issue with the police ever since I've been riding?
For the past 6-7 years?
I've not had any issue with the police. The only time I had a challenge with them was through the person I carried. And he has people. So he said, go through here. And I said, sir, don't go that way. He said, go through it. And when we went through there, truly, what I said came to pass. They stopped us, and when they took us there to the station, he made a call, and instantly they said go.
Okay. So I want you to take us back to the past. You started last 6 7 years. What was the challenges you faced when you get into this business on the very first day?
On the very first day when I get into the business, it was so challenging because one, I wasn't good in it, and two, in life when you go into something newly, the people in there they will try to be, will I say, molesting you
Like
because they
bully.
know bullying you because they believe that you've not been into that business and the face is strange. So they try to take advantage at that moment. And until I told one of them that this job I'm doing, I choose it. So don't make me feel as if I enter into the wrong business.
That's amazing because so when you when you stood on your ground, you face those people oppressing you. That was when everything changed for you in the business, or
Yes.
okay. So I'm trying to understand. I'm not telling you to tell me the actual amount. You understand? How much do you make on it when it's a good day for you in this business? I just want you to give me a sample. I'm not telling you to tell me the actual amount.
A good day in the business.
After the fuel, the ticketing, everything, how much do you take home?
Yeah, let's say on a good day, after ticketing and other things, at least sometimes you can go home, let's say 15, 17,000, which is yours by working with your time. But those that work as deliverers,
Oh, deliver, yeah, okay.
paying people, they work extra to ensure they seize the owner's home and what they go home with. For someone like me, I work to a particular time. When I discover that God has blessed me with the plan, I go back home.
How, like, what does a bad day looks like as a keke driver?
The bad day could be challenge from your keke. When that challenge comes, before you go to mechanic and comes back, just look at you see that the man hour has been reduced and the income you could not meet up with it. And sometimes the bad day comes whereby the whole park just stopped up.
Oh,
It looks as if nobody's going out for the day. And you look at it, and somebody like me, it happens that way. I look so angry, but in all, I would say, thank God that I went out and I returned.
I think I like that aspect. So, will you say that keke riding is still profitable in 2025?
In this 2025, it's profitable, but not as certain.
Like, can you explain more deeper for me? I want to understand. What makes it more profitable back then than right now?
Because back then, the amount they gave out keke for installment, hire purchase, wasn't the way it is right now.
Like, how much is it? Do you have the
Now, they are giving a keke now, let me not exaggerate, 6.5 to 7 million
keke NAPEP?
right now. And some greediest people are giving it at 7 points.
7 points.
You know, I'm a kind of person, I make inquiries from people.
Okay.
You know, what is yours is different from what is hers.
Yeah.
So when I see myself, I say, if I'm doing this and I'm not able to meet up with this, how do people that are paying people cope? So when I make those interrogations and ask some questions, you discover that, wow, God, thank you. And the keke now in the market, at least is 3.8 to 4.1
So
million.
some people are giving it 7 points.
7 points.
That's wickedness.
Thank you.
That's wickedness. So, and as some people are giving it out for like 7 points, some people are still taking it. Like, how much are they expecting to be delivered on a daily basis when you give out your keke for 7 points, or let's say 6.8?
You know that is challenges most guys are facing now. And in that challenge they're going through, I was telling someone on Friday,
Okay.
because I work Monday to Fridays.
Okay.
So I told him, I overheard that conversation. How can he ask me to pay 13,000 naira per day? Can I have to pay 14,000 per day?
Is it not achievable?
It's achievable, but the achievement of it is when it's yours. Because by the time you count 13,000 for someone, you start battling to get what to take home.
I'm trying to understand. What is the highest amount of money a Keke NAPEP rider can make, the maximum money he can make in a day?
It depends on the route, but at least let's say 25,000 naira.
Excluding fuel?
Excluding fuel, most people make 25,000 naira, which is the extra hours.
The extra hours.
Extra hours. Yeah, it becomes strenuous because it tells on the body. Some of them, when they comes out in the morning, they don't enter queue. They run from morning till maybe when they feel like eating, they brush and eat and go back into it.
They don't have time to rest.
And thank you. And it tells on the body just to meet up with the owner and what to take home.
So what will you say is the hardest part of this business?
The hardest part of the business is the people involved.
I want you to explain. What do you mean by the people involved? Do you mean the rider or who?
The owners of the keke, people that are investing into it.
Okay.
Because by the time you invest 4 million, 4.2 million into a business, and you're giving it out for installments, and you expect the person to be paying you 15,000, 14,000
Per day.
per day, while some people are paying 60,000 per week.
Will you say 60,000 per week is still preferable than 15,000 per day?
To me, I say it's more preferable because at the same time, they're all the same because you're calculating it. Big money. When they do so, if you are not able to meet up, the next thing that the owner will take the keke from you.
I even still hear some people beating the
Thank you.
the riders. Like, why do you fail to bring in the money and the rest? So what would you say is the best way for us to make the hardest part become something easy? What would you say? What would you think? If you have the power to change some certain thing, what will you do?
Well, I've always said it that if our government, because in everything we do in this country, we make sure the government, if our government can get involved, where is and one of the challenging things about our government they can do, even in the market rate, they don't get involved.
They don't even care.
They don't care. They hear the complaint every day on the TV screen, on the radio stations. Yeah, they give a deaf ear to it. In this business, if government can get into it, someone said he traveled to China.
Okay.
Just to make inquiry how much they release keke.
Okay.
And when you heard the price, it was something amazing. You got shocked with it. We get to Nigeria, the people there, someone can, well, I say, look into it. How do you get the business? How do you give it out? In those days, 2019, 2020,
okay,
when you purchase keke, 650, 630, you give it out 1 million, 1.1.
This is good.
1.1, 1.2, 300, 400,000 naira. They still meet up. And the funniest thing is that the duration, the warranty of that keke is a year or a year, 6 months.
Where about now?
That's the thing. Warranty of it, that the strength of it is a year, 6 months.
Like the time it can perform to the maximum level, that's like 18 months.
18 months, maximum of it. And after that 18 months, you start going from mechanic to the other.
Oh.
And when you start going to mechanic to the other, the owner is careless about it.
Like, okay, if an owner gives someone, okay, you are delivering 15,000 from me every day. If the keke has a fault, who is going to repair it?
If it's undelivered, the owners replace it. But if it's on installment, you repair it.
So wait, okay, delivering means that you are not paying to buy the keke. Yeah. You are just delivering money and you're taking it. So installment means that you are paying it small bit by bit to be owner of the keke.
Yes.
So, okay, I think I understand it. So I'm trying to understand. You know, these Lagosian passengers are very, very sometimes. I won't use the word. They are silly sometimes. How do you manage? How do you try to, navigate your way when someone sounds silly sometimes?
That question is very interesting because when you look into it, you have a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
Well, someone was once telling me that, Oga, gentlemen, they do this work. That's article 2. He said, bless say you too gentle, but gentlemen, they do this work. And I try to maintain my personality at that moment.
Okay.
But the passengers are so challenging. That's humans for you. I have principles in everything.
Okay.
I cannot carry you now and you get to the bus stop and you said, oh, wow, I will stop for safety reason. So then if you try to insult me, I will tell you. So you learn in case of anxiety for someone else. Before approaching your bus stop, I'm shopping there. So I can now watch behind before clearing. And some of them, when they do so, you try to correct them, they insult you.
Definitely, that's what I'm trying to say. How do you
The
do?
funniest part of it, a little boy, little girl, just insult you. And what I do is that, to be sincere, I'll just tell them, if you have my type at home, I'll go ahead and insult. But the last thing I will do is to raise my hand.
Fight anybody.
That's the last thing I do.
It means that you control your emotions very well.
I try to.
You try to. It's not easy.
It's not easy. I try.
Like you said, a small boy, he says something to me. I'm not your mate now. And I'm not begging you for money. I render a service and you are paying.
You pay for the service. But they don't care.
They don't care. They'll feel like they are the one feeding you.
They commonize you because you are driving Keke.
And that is what I'm trying to say. The way people picture the people driving Keke is like they don't have a life. They feel like they are better than them since I'm not driving a Keke. How do you move past all these things? This stigma people feeling in their brain like, oh, this person is driving a Keke NAPEP driver now. How do you move past it on a daily basis? You know, you said something that your wife persuaded you to go into it in the very first place.
Yes.
You did this once because you feel like people are going to say something.
Yeah.
How do you try to move? Because there are some people right now, Mr. William, they want to go into this Keke business. You understand? They want to go into the Keke business. Maybe they have money. Maybe they want to take an installment. Maybe they want to be delivering. But because of what people are going to be saying, they feel stuck. How can they overcome it? How can they move past that?
The challenge there is that a man that has focus will never listen or see what people are saying. Because if you want to go far in life,
Okay.
you have to get behind whatsoever that will distract you and get focused. Though initially when I started, there was a time when I drive, I see someone I know, I will clear somewhere.
But you didn't steal
Somewhere. But the funny part of it, the day I carried a friend, I just said, my friend, get in here. He said, Halilei, okay, I'm not taking Keke. Not to take bike. I said, get in here. So what's wrong with you? Get in here. So when he begged to say, what caused that rubbish? He said, Mr. Will. I said, Joko, we're going. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm playing. The passenger behind was just laughing. He said, no, serious. Like you ask, who is the owner? I said, who do you see behind me? Women. He won. Now that's what I'm doing now. He said, Etibo. Later I sat down and I weighed it and was right. Because, you know, when you work for someone, you are independent.
Yeah.
And then 4:30 you are awake to beat up the traffic. And some weekend you want to rest, have a meal, meeting. So, but if you're a business owner of your own, you know, at any time, if you're tired, as I am here now, I might not be here. I was working.
Definitely be preparing to go to office tomorrow. Yeah,
so that's different.
That's true. I think I like that part. Also, I'm trying to understand how often your Keke spoil? Like, do you have an emergency fund you always keep in case your Keke spoil? And how often does it spoil?
Well, yeah, the Keke does not spoil easily like that. But after that duration of that 18 months, you start facing some challenges. So anyone that has passed 3 years is bound to face challenge. You might just be going and one thing, and the one that I discovered in life that in vehicles, there is no how your vehicle will break down without a sign.
It has to be giving you a sign before it breaks down.
Definitely. So the same thing applies to Keke. If you use it today, you get some sound.
Okay.
And from there, you'll be able to take it to mechanic, or you say, let me manage it, nothing's happening, until it breaks down. And it might break down at the wrong time when you don't even have the plan.
I think that is where I'm heading to. How do you navigate through it when your Keke breaks down, when you never planned it?
I'm trying to understand. When you don't plan that your keke will break down, it breaks down. How do you navigate through it? Have you ever experienced something like that before?
I have.
How do you navigate it?
But when it happens, it's happened when you don't plan it and you looked at your backbone, which is your pulse, you discover what is there cannot carry it. So for you to abandon it at home becomes a waste and a liability because it's not bringing in
Income.
neither is taking. The ones you have in there, you are spending the daily as a family man. Even personally, even a single man, you'll be hitting.
You eat at least, yeah?
So, and the money you are taking from there. So when it happens to me, I had to get into the microfinance and get some fund to ensure I put it in order. And the first question they will ask, are you the owner? Because then once you are the owner, be able to struggle and pay it.
Back,
but if you are under installment or delivery, no way.
They won't give you.
No.
What would you say? Like, I'm trying to understand. Is there any ratio when you gain an income? Is there any ratio or percentage? Let me use the word percentage on how you save, on how you spend. You know, I'm trying to understand. Is there any percentage? Because some people are making more money, but they don't even know how they are using it. They squander it. So you have like 6+ years experience in this business, and I see you're doing so well in the business. How do you move past all these things? Like the percentage, is there any percentage behind how you do your things?
The way I do my business is that the funnest thing is my daughter that handles my money.
Wow.
So once I get home, the first thing after hugging, she pull off the bag from your waist. She keep it. She remove the one she want to remove and put inside colo. She said it's untouched. And whatever that is left, she remove the transportation for the mom and what they will use. And whatever that is left there is for my fuel. So by so doing, on a good day when you having some challenges, you just carry the colo and open it.
And bring out something from there. I think I like that. I think I really like this aspect. So I'm trying to understand, what is that common problem this Keke rider face with their, with their vehicle? Or what is that common problem they normally face? Well, what is that common problem as a Keke rider? What do you face? Like, maybe it's an NG or anything. What is that common problem you normally face?
The minor challenges are the legs, which is the cup, the throttle cable, the clutch cables. Those ones at any time. But as I said earlier on, there must be sign.
There must be a sign. Yeah, I think you said that. I think you said that.
So when you attend to it on time, you'll be able to get some things. But when you have challenges of engine, it doesn't cost you anything now less than 200,000 naira to put it in order.
I think I like that aspect. There must be a sign.
There must.
Before anything happens. I think I like that. So, what are the rules Keke riders break? Like they break more often, like most often time. What are the rules they break on the road and it puts them into trouble?
The rules with the Keke riders break is going against the landmark. Sometimes your route is from command to collar.
Okay.
And you try to maybe because you come, you see some passengers and greed enters you. Want to carry them to jewelry. So when you pass your boundaries, the people in that surrounding, they hold you captive. And you break the rules and definitely you pay for it.
Definitely.
And you pay above what to even charge the passengers. And sometimes on the road, you might follow one way just to make sure you meet up and return again. And in that few seconds, can put you in trouble. Is it like police?
Yeah.
Or road safety?
What do government officials misunderstand about you riders?
What they misunderstand about riders is they don't hear what. They don't hear it.
I used to say it.
So you hear, they don't hear. They try to break. But do you know one thing about this business is that I never knew this was coming up.
Okay.
Few weeks ago, we were discussing on it. I was telling somebody that look at the people that paint the ship black. Because As we are here doing any business we're doing, I might be upright with my business.
Okay.
And we are into the same business.
Yeah.
But along the line, you break the rules. They will generalize it.
I think that is it.
So they generalize it by saying that all the Keke riders, and it has become a very big challenge, except you stand your ground to convince a passenger that you are different.
I think that is one of the reasons, one of the major things we passenger normally think about as well. Like these people don't used to hear what. They used to go against the rule. I think you really said something good. So I want to go back to when you talk about the landmark. One of the most common rules Keke riders normally break. For someone that is just going to this business, maybe it just started maybe a week ago, or they want to start tomorrow, you understand? What is the first thing they need to understand?
The first thing you need to understand, if you're going to do any business, anything, there are people in it already before you get into it.
Okay.
So all you need to do is to get close to someone. Please, what does it entails in this business? What is the do and the don't? I wasn't working here. I was living at a cotton.
Okay.
And that's where my route was. So when I moved down here, I went there to carry my Keke, the friend that stays around here. And when we came the first day, he said, Oga, that distance is too far every day. Bring it closer. You get used to it also. So he took me around. I told you have to show me around. The bus stop to stop and we are not to stop. And we fueled it that day and he took me around to Kola, showing the Agbero. That my brother. And he was telling me, don't stop here. They will owe you for obstruction. This is where to park. Don't turn here anyhow. I said, what other route again? It took me along Benoje Road to the Lasso and he shows me. And I said to him, I prefer this. He said, why? There is more money on that side. I say, more money, more danger.
More money, more danger. I think I like it. So you did not let greed to make you make the decision.
No.
I think, yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. If you have the power right now, like, you know, they used to say one day president or one day, yeah, let's say if you are given the power right now, what is that one thing you change about transportation in Lagos?
In transportation, there are a lot of things to be changed.
But what is that main thing you feel like you want to change right now? Like you can change right now?
One is that in other states, the Agbero we have in Lagos are much. The Agberos are much. And they cause trouble with the money you are paying them.
They still cause you trouble.
Cause you trouble. If you are not matured enough, you'll be fighting daily. Because there should be understanding. By the time you say to someone, I'm coming back.
Mumbo,
There should be understanding. But most of them, when you say, I'm coming, is ready to make sure it discharge all your passengers. Waste your time and still want to have that money.
To still have that same money.
They don't even say your ticket money, your shop money. They say, oh, me da. Your money, they are telling you, where is my money? So the number one thing as authority giving is to ensure that those touts, I call them touts, are being shortlisted. You have few of them. There is one reason why Lagos transporters are not making money.
They are one of those reasons.
Number one reasons, and there's still number one reasons why transportation becomes hike.
Yeah.
When the weather changes in some parts, weather changes, you will see Agbero telling driver, this is the amount you must collect so that they can get their own percentage. And when you try to go against it, you enter trouble with them.
To fight you.
They fight you.
So that is the number one thing you change. And it's going to make your work easier.
Make it easier.
More easier, yeah. I think that's amazing. What has Keke taught you so far? You riding Keke. What has it taught you so far?
It's taught me a lot.
So share with me, Mr. William.
A lot.
Maybe you can just pinpoint maybe like 2, 3.
Okay. He has made me to understand life. that life does not end in the sports.
Okay.
He has taught me how to associate with good and the bad.
I like that part. I like that part. I'm listening. Go on.
And have taught me to learn how to control your temper.
Yeah, your emotions.
Because if you are into transportation, if you're not controlling your emotions, your emotion will control you.
What has it taught you about people?
It taught me because we're having different kinds of people. The one with the understanding that you tell this and they will understand you.
Yeah.
The one you will tell, even rendering the help, they still insult your need. So that taught me a lot that I have to understand people the way they are.
I think that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. William.
Welcome.
And what is the one word you have for the people that want to join this hustle anytime soon? Just one word you have for them.
Well, what I have to tell them is that if you want to go into transportation, you just have to be focused and have zeal. That this is what I'm going to for, and this is what I want to use to take care of myself, with the family, if it's for the meantime, and you have a savings for it.
Thank you so much, Mr. William. God bless you. Yeah.
If movement really matters to you, stay with the story. Subscribe to Moonword Archive and let's begin the journey together. Thank you very much. Until the next time.